Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be showing you how to use a path around a shape. So I'm going to do three different versions. So I'm going to do one using a image. So for this one, I'm going to use sunflower. I've cut that out of our Be Happy collection. I'm also going to be using a circle and creating a scalloped heart, and I'm going to use some wording to go around the heart as well. I'll show you how I did that. So I've already cut out my sunflower. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a shape. So we're going to go over to the shape tool, which is located it's the center menu within your top left hand panel here. So click on that. I'm going to create a heart. So I'm just going to click heart, and then I'm going to stretch that out like so. So any shapes that you do create here, you can use as a crop. That's another feature as well. So I can show you that in a moment as well. So always, if for this purpose, I'm going to be doing the sunflower in the heart to follow the heart shape. So always make sure your shape is the second object, or the shape path is the second object that you generate. So you can see it's at the top there, and then the Be Happy element, the flower, is below it. So I'm going to select both items. Then I'm going to go to Stampering, and then I'm going to make sure this button here is ticked. So follow selected shape path. I'm going to keep that rotated, and because we're not working with another shape, we don't need to keep the end product as a shape. It will all make sense in a moment because you can do different things with shapes than you can with an image layer. Once I've done that, I'm just going to play about with the settings. I don't need to because I've already done it. So for this particular size of sunflower, it's going to set 32 repeats, and it's going to be the image size is going to be 60. I'm not going to touch these two on this side, and I'm not going to touch the offset path. Don't need to with this, and I'm not going to change these either. So all I do then is just click generate path. If you find that it's a bit sparse, like so, and you want a little bit fuller, just use your up and down arrows just to fill in those spaces. If sunflowers are too big, make them a bit smaller. If they're too small, make them a bit bigger. It's really simple. If you can't be bothered doing all that, press auto size to fit. It'll fit them all in there as well. It does leave a little bit of a gap, so I prefer to just do this manually, like so, and go on to manual size. So there you can see you've got a perfect shape there. I'm going to put one more in just so it gives me that bit at the bottom. What I can do then is I can move this off, and I've still got my heart shape there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my vault. I'm going to select a backing paper. In fact, I'm going to select two backing papers. I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to send that all the way to the back by holding down Control Shift and the square bracket that's the left side. I'm going to make that larger so it takes over the full screen. And then I'm going to go for one that's a little bit less coloured and it's going to contrast with that. Again, fill the screen, Control Shift, and the left square bracket just once. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the heart. I'm going to select backing paper, and then I'm going to go to crop. I'm going to create an aperture. So invert crop or the punch hole, and press crop using selected shape. All being well, when I remove this heart, what's going to happen is the other backing paper is going to show through the heart, like so. We can then go to our effect, add a white outline just so that it stands out a little bit. If you want to, add a shadow as well, just so it lifts off the page and just shows you that heart that we've just punched out using the shape. So if you join a load of shapes together using the Unite down at the bottom, you'll be able to cut crop in those shapes. I'm going to bring this back to the front. This is what we did before. I'm going to pop that over, and we've now got a lovely sunflower border going all around the heart that we've just cropped. So that's one way of doing it. I'm going to go back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do something slightly different. I'm going to move those over there because I'm going to use those again in my example. Don't need that sunflower anymore. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my shapes. I'm going to select a circle, oval. I'm going to resize that down. And then I'm going to send that to the back. Control, Shift, square bracket. So remember, the shape path, what you're following, always needs to be at the top. I'm going to select both of those. And then again, I'm going to go to my stamper ring. Keep it on 50 for now, just see what that looks like. I can always edit that in a moment. I'm not going to tick this box just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to generate my preview, wait till I'm happy with it. Once I'm happy with it, I'll then undo, and then I will generate it as a shape layer. And what I can do then is I can join them both together, which will give me a lovely scalloped edge. So generate path, not far off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe add one extra in, two extra in. So there we've got, it just looks like a heart shape with a load of dots, circles going around it. Watch the magic. So I'm going to click undo, then I'm going to select output as a real shape when a stamp is a shape. Click on that, generate path, and what it'll do, it'll generate that as a shape layer. So there we've got a shape layer. Next, highlight both of those, and then we're going to go back into shapes. We're already in shapes, and we're going to press unite. If I wanted the scalloped edge to go the other way, we'd use one of the others. So possibly subtract, let's see. So there we go, we've got a spiky heart. That's how you do your stamps as well. So you would create a stamper ring following a square path, and then you would subtract it from a square. If we press unite, we'll end up with a beautiful scalloped heart, like so. Again, we're going to bring these in, we're going to centralize them. So if we go to transform, center, middle, select your heart, select your backing paper, go to crop, crop using shape. What'll happen? I'll remove this. I'm going to add outline, add my shadow, and there you've got a lovely shot. A lovely crop scalloped heart. The final thing I want to show you in this little quick demo is sending text to path. Again, we've got our heart there. We'll get some text. I'm going to pop in, I love you. Pop that up there. In fact, we'll keep that there. We'll keep it here. Then I'm going to choose what font I want. So I'm going to start off at the top. Then I'm going to use my cursor keys just to choose the one that I want. I love that font. And that one. That one's super cute as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose one of the blockier fonts, and there's a reason for that, which I will show you in a moment. Don't particularly like that font. That one better. Right? What we can do now is we can change the colour of our font. So because the background is all different colours, I'm just going to pull. I'm going to choose the eyedropper. and then I'm going to select quite a vibrant colour from the image. Then I'll move it out of the way. Select heart as well. So I'll select both of those. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the stamper ring. This is going to generate far too many, so I'm going to drop this down to, say, 10. Generate stamper ring, and that will then follow the shape of your heart, like so. If you want more, or you want them bigger, so text works slightly different. You have to update the text. It doesn't live update. And we can add some more in there as well, if you wish. Or auto size, touch edge to edge, or evenly spaced. So I'm going to go all the way up to 100%, just to make it a little bit bigger. Evenly spaced. That's what it's going to let me put in. With your text, it's slightly different. It doesn't always let you put in what you want to put in. And it's just the way that it works, unfortunately. The way that it could get it to work best it can. Because when you try and follow a path with text, it can become a little bit dodgy. So we tried lots of different things, and this is the best option that we came up with. If you make your text a lot smaller, you probably get a couple more on there as well. So I'm bringing my hearts back in. I'm then going to select my heart, select my backing paper, crop using shape, move that out of the way, send that back, like so. And then I'm going to pull this to the top. I'm going to pull this to the top, and then I'm going to send it back one. And I'm going to bring that here. Then I'm going to select the wording, go to effect. You can add a little shadow there just to lift it off. What I find with text is pop a little white outline on there as well. So now we've got an aperture frame, your sunflower heart, and then you've got some writing over the top of it. So that's 3 different ways that you can use the shapes to create apertures and use as stamp paths. Hope you find this useful, guys. If you need me to show you anything else, just pop a little note underneath, and I will do my best to get that sorted as soon as possible.